I am Dr. W.P. Gunale from Kamlanidhi Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss the silicon product, and there are three important silicon products. One is a silicon oil, silicon rubber and silicon resins. Here we are going to see the preparation, properties and application of these all the three products. So the today's topic is preparation of silicon products and their applications, and important three silicon products are there shown in the next slide. And before going to see that, in today's presentation we are going to see the silicon oil, silicon elastomer, types of elastomer, silicon resin, properties of silicons. So all these are the topics we are going to discuss in today's presentation. So important three are silicon oil, silicon rubber and silicon resin. So in the next slide now, what is silicon product? Now here, as we know, the silicon which are commercial interest may be classified into three types, and these three types are one is a silicon oil, second is elastomer, and third is a silicon resin. And this preparation of this material is based on the general reactions already described in the last presentation. Silicons are expensive but have many desirable properties. And number one we are going to see, that is silicon fluid or silicon oil. And silicon fluid consists of essentially the linear polymers of low molecular weight. Most commonly the polymers are polydimethylsiloxane, and typical process of dimethyl dichlorosiloxane is continuously hydrolyzed by mixing with the dilute hydrochloric acid. The product separate out as an oil is removed. At this stage it mainly contains mixture of long and short chain of siloxane polymer along with the cyclic siloxane. The principal cyclic siloxane is octamethylcyclotetrasiloxane. The mixture is then equilibrated by heating at about 150 degrees Celsius for several hours. At this stage the chain terminator such as hexamethyl disiloxane is added to give the product with the desired viscosity. The oil is separated from the aqueous layer, and the remaining traces of catalyst are neutralized, and this oil is then filtered, dried, heated under reduced pressure to remove the volatile materials. And after this here, so this reaction is shown here. In this way it can be synthesized or prepared here. So this is the compound, and here it reacts with this compound trimethylsilane, and here this type of, this is the repeating unit M may be 1 2 3 4 5 like that. Sometimes also so this forming the long chain, and after this silicon oil is extensively used in a textile treatment in incorporating the reactive groups so that they may be cross-linked to give permanent finish. These liquids fluid contain a reactive silicon hydrogen bond by incorporating methyl dichlorosilane in the polymerization system. Cross-linking occur when reactants are heated with alkali, and these reactions are shown here. So this group react with the siloxane, react with this water and forming this type of, and another types here. This is the cross-linking can start. So cross-linking are very cross-linking materials are important from the industry point of view, and it is taking place by heating with the alkali. So these are the reactions shown here, and important properties of these silicon oils are some important properties are there of the silicon oil or fluid, and these are silicon fluid generally consist of linear chain of alternating silicon and oxygen atoms with the free valencies of the silicon occupied by the organic radicals. And second is they are low molecular weight compounds. And third is silicon fluid are transparent, tasteless, color, odorless liquid with no known harmful effect. Their viscosities lie between 0.65 and 2 millimeter square depending on the type. They have excellent thermal resistance from -60 to 300 degrees Celsius. Another property is that silicon fluids are also characterized by very low volatility, excellent shearing resistance, low surface tension, and very good water repellency. Another important feature of this are their remarkable electrical properties over a wide temperature range. These are some properties of silicon oil, and they are widely used, and their applications, a lot of applications are there of these silicon oil, and important applications are shown here in the slide. What are the uses of silicon oil or fluid? As we know, silicon oil are non-toxic and have low surface tension, and majority of these silicon fluids are used as in a shoe polish and also car polish. It is also used as a water repellent for treating the glasswares, fabrics and buildings. It is also used as a dielectric insulating material in high voltage transformers, and it also used as a high lubricating oil, as an anti-foaming agent in sewage disposal and textile dyeing, and with lithium stearate soaps to give greases, and it also used in reducing frothing of cooking oil in making potato crisps of chips. So these are the some uses of this silicon fluid. So it is very useful liquid. And second important product of silicon is a silicon elastomer, also known as rubber. And these silicon elastomers are based on linear polymers which are analogous to the fluid but have high molecular weight, and in the order of 10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 7. In order to have an elastic property, the polymer must have cross-link in the linear polymers. Silicon elastomer or silicon rubber are long chain polymers with a silicon unit mixed with a filler. The filler generally is a finely divided silica, SiO2 or graphite. Such polymers cannot be satisfactorily prepared by the direct hydrolysis of dimethyl dichlorosilane because of the difficulty in obtaining the silane in the pure state. Traces of monofunctional impurities result in the lowering of molecular weight, whereas trifunctional impurities lead to the branching. It is possible to obtain very pure octa-methyl cyclotetrasilicane, structure 1 is shown in the slide, from which gum can be prepared. So this is the cyclic tetramer shown here. This is the cyclic tetramer, boiling point is 175 degrees Celsius, and the structure 1 is octa-methyl cyclotetrasilicane. So structure is shown here. This is the structure tetrasilicane. 4 silicons are there, and octa-methyl means these are the 4 methyl and these are the 4 methyl. So this is the structure and compound 1, which is called cyclic tetramer. So this is silicon rubber, and preparation of this cross-linked polymer is also possible, and in this case dimethyl silicon gum are normally cured by heating with organic peroxide such as benzoyl peroxide and 2,4-dichlorobenzoyl peroxide at temperature in the range 110 to 175 degrees Celsius. Thermal decomposition of the peroxide gives rise to the free radical, which abstract hydrogen from the methyl group. The subsequent combination of the resulting free radical form the ethylene cross-link. Shown here the reaction of formation of cross-link polymer. So this is the benzoyl peroxide, and forming this is the one group. It is now divided into this. After breaking this bond, we get 2 molecules of peroxide, and this peroxide free radical combined with this silicon and forming this type of compound. So we see again forming this is this free radical is shifted here, and after joining this group, and here methyl from this group free radical is reactive and abstract proton from this methyl group and forming this benzoic acid, and we get this another radicals, and this combine in this way and forming the ethylene cross-link polymer. So this is the ethylene shown here. This is the ethylene joining. This ethylene group can join and forming ethylene cross-link polymers are obtained. So and we get the cross-link polymers. In this way we get ethylene cross-link polymers, and sometimes also the mechanism shown here shows the formation of another compound also, and different cross-link polymers are obtained. And important uses of this, and there are three types of elastomer, and these different types are silicon elastomer, also known as silicon rubber, or cross-link polymer, PDMS, generally it is in short known as PDMS, that is a polydimethyl siloxane of high molecular weight. Most of the silicon are reinforced by filler. Generally the silica or calcium carbonate are used as a filler to increase their tensile strength and abrasion resistance. The reinforcing effect depends upon the size, structure, surface properties of the particle, and filler loading. It is the surface interaction that determine how effectiveness of the elastomer properties are controlled. There are three types of elastomer. One is a room temperature vulcanizing elastomer, RTV. Second is liquid rubber, LR, and third is a high temperature vulcanizing elastomer, HTV. So this is the, and shown the reaction below, that how the RTV can form different types of product. And room temperature vulcanizing RTV elastomer are based on the polydimethyl siloxane, that is PDMS. These are prepared by reaction of OH terminated polysiloxane with silane of the type RSiX3. The cross-linking agent most frequently used is a methyl triacetoxysilane. When, for example, methyl triacetoxysilane is mixed with the silanol terminated silicon, reaction occurs to give stable acetoxy terminated polymer 2. When this product 2 is exposed to moisture, some of the acetoxy groups are hydrolyzed to silanol groups, which then condense with the remaining acetoxy groups to give the cross-link material. So all these are the different products shown here, and this is the one compound, another, and forming these are the two molecules, and this is one, and forming after removing the CSC we get the this number 2, compound number 2, and compound number 2 is the product obtained here, which is a acetoxy terminated polymer 2. Another cross-link polymer is obtained by taking that, when water is added, we get, this is the another structure of the compound obtained, elastomer, after adding water here, and after removing the CSC again now we get this cross-link polymer shown here in the slide. So these are the synthesis of cross-link polymers. And another method, that is the room temperature vulcanization, can also be achieved with OH terminated polysiloxane and tetraalkoxysilane. So this is another method which can be obtained, in which the reactions are taking place, and in this case room temperature vulcanization can also be achieved by OH terminated polysiloxane. So in this way, this is 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and this is another silicon compound. Here 2 C2H5OH 4 molecules are removed from this, and we get this type of compound obtained. Here is a polymeric chain, and from this also oxygen there is a long chain is formed. This is the 1 unit how it forms. So in this way this silicon comes here and C2H5OH removed, and these 4 molecules join in this way, and we get this type of tetraalkoxysilane. So this type of compounds are there. Another compound is there, that is the silicon rubber, and another method is also there, HTV method. And we are going to see now the uses of silicon rubber. So number of uses are there of this silicon rubber, and important uses of silicon rubbers are the silicon rubbers. Here they show HTV, they are used in oxygen mask, and HTV silicon rubber find numerous application in fabrication of heart valve implant. HTV silicon rubber are also used in electrical installation and plug connectors. They are used to prepare flexible impressions for artificial dentures for dentists. ELR method are used in making membrane and nipples. ELR also used in making gasket and keyboards. So many applications are there because this is the rubber, silicon rubbers, and many applications are there in electronics or in biological field. And third one is a third product is a silicon resin, and this silicon resin like another that is phenol-formulated resin. Silicon resin are rigid polymer like bakelite, similar to the bakelite, and silicon resin consists of branch polymer. These are generally prepared by the hydrolysis of trichlorosilane. If pure trichlorosilane are hydrolyzed, the product are highly cross-linked and intractable. These intractable polymers are not suitable for normal applications. In order to reduce the degree of cross-linking, it is generally blended with di and trichlorosilane before hydrolysis. And most of the commercially silicon resins contain both methyl and phenyl groups. These are made by dissolving mixture of phenyl substituted trichlorosilane and dichlorophenyl methylsilane in toluene followed by hydrolysis with water. The partially polymerized product is washed to remove HCl formed. The product so formed is heated in the presence of catalyst to form the cross-link resin. So the reaction is shown here, how the cross-link resins are formed. So in this way, this is one and another. These are reacting in the presence of toluene and forming this long chain, and now these undergo this at presence of catalyst, and this undergo the polymerization and forming cross-link resin. So similar to the bakelite, this resin are also formed. Silicon resins are also formed similar to that. And number of applications are there on rubber, and silicon resins are used as an insulator in electrical equipment. They also used when it is mixed with the other resin. It can be used for surface coating. On mixing with the glass fiber, they can be used as they have additional strength. They are used in electronic industry for laminating the circuit boards. They are also used in a non-stick coating for pens. They are used for molding of car tires like that. So number of applications are there for the silicon resins. And some properties are there important of this silicon, and these four important properties are there. One is a thermal stability, chemical stability, and water repellent, oxidation stability. So these four important properties are there of the silicon. And in case of thermal stability, we can say that the most outstanding property of silicon is their thermal stability. In general, we can say that polymers can be heated in air to about 200 degrees Celsius without appreciable change in the properties. This stability is attributed to the relatively high bond strength of silicon-oxygen bond. Silicon polymers have low glass transition temperature, and glass transition temperature Tg is the temperature below which the polymer is glass-like. The more flexible the polymer, the lower is the glass transition temperature. In other words, we can say that glass transition temperature gives the flexibility of the material. And second important is a chemical stability. Silicon are not only thermally stable, they are also stable towards the weak acid, alkalis, or water solution of the salt at room temperature. Silicon-oxygen bond is fairly ionic and can be cleaved by strong acid and strong bases. And the third important property is water repellent. A unique property of silicon is that they are water repellent. This is due to the surrounding hydrophobic organic substituent which encases the polymer backbone. Because of water repellent character, silicon possesses a desirable property, that is non-stick, and therefore it is useful. And fourth important is oxidation stability. Silicon are resistant to oxidation below 200 degrees Celsius. In general, we can say that above 350 degrees Celsius. Silicon are rapidly oxidized, and result is a cross-linking product. So because of the silicon undergo rapidly oxidized, it undergo the cross-linking product are formed. So in this way, these are the important four properties of these silicons. And sometimes ring opening polymerization of cyclohexane joint can take place. So this is the cyclic silicon chain. This is the ring, and step by when it reacts with KOH, we get this type of product. And this ring opening, this is similar to this, and see now here at last we get this this ring opening is no cyclic ring. So goes on. So in this way we can form the ring opening polymerization of this silicon polymer.